All right, so Saxon Falls. We're gonna go check that out. To get here, off of 122, hey, takes you down to Superior Falls if you keep going, or you can get off on B. B doubles back, heads east and west, and then heads north and south back to 122. At that intersection on the northeast side, head north. There'll be a little sign for Saxon Fall Road. Head north, and then you'll hit a little parking area. If it's wet, you may not want to drive down the hill. It's a pretty steep gravel road, and I was kind of questioning if I can get back up, but it's dry, so hopefully I'll be good. Get down to the bottom of the hill, you hit the fence. This is a part of a power company flowage and dam system, and we're gonna go follow the trail over here and see where we wind up. I can hear them. Well, after a very short hike, we came to this corner of the fence and can see the falls right down there.
That's a good view right there. That's the best one. Not up there. That's okay to sit.
Not a one you can get access down to the base of the falls, but they give us a pretty good viewing spot here. Now we're going to head downstream and go to Superior Falls next. It's not far away. All right, so we're going to take off from down here at Saxon Falls, head back up the hill, take this to B, turn right, take it to 122, turn right again, and we're going to take us out to Superior Falls. Okay, after we went up the hill, decided to divert to where the dam is. There's also a boat ramp, which means I've got a body of water over here. And we're going to take a look at the dam's flowage here. Now there is a boat ramp right here. Put you in, you can go enjoy the still waters. Just stay on the other side of the buoys. Following a road that runs along the pipe that's carrying the water that runs the hydro on the dam. Let's see, and so this is where it crosses the river. So the danger here is if for some reason at the dam they need to release the water pressure, I'm standing in the flood zone. but there's a big alarm that will sound if that happens. So this allows us to actually get, we're upstream of the falls that we showed you before where they had the viewing area, but we're right in the middle of the river. This way. Well, I'd have to say this spot just upstream of Saxon Falls, just below the dam, is a beautiful spot to just come and hang out on the rocks. You may be under the tube here, but it's absolutely a gorgeous spot to just sit, relax. The dogs seem to enjoy it, getting their feet wet. Definitely worth the stop. Well, that was worth a little diversion. So, if you come to Saxon Falls, before you go over to Superior Falls, go up the road to the dam and then wander down that road on foot to the output of the dam and above the falls. It's kind of neat. Well, that was a lovely stop up at Saxon Falls and that going upstream a little bit by the dam. That was very nice. I am now at Superior Falls Hydro. Now let's look at the signage here. To the top of Superior Falls to the bottom of Superior Falls. So basically you come here and you follow the fence. And it's kind of funky because you are at a power plant. Now there's one thing that might make it hard to find those directions on the sign. If somebody happened to park in front of it, you may miss it. I think that's how we missed it when I came here before. But we did figure it out eventually. But let's flip you around. So the nice couple we bumped to over at Saxon Falls said they were here, but they couldn't figure out where the falls were or how to get to them because apparently someone might have been parked in front of the sign at the time. But they did mention that at one time they were paddling along Lake Superior and they came up the river to the falls and got to them that way. Now, I'm at the fence line here. If I continue up here around the fence, there does appear to be a way to get to some areas along the river up there. I don't know if I got the time because I'm not alone, and we want to go down to the bottom of the falls, specifically to go sit at Lake Superior. Okay, from my original starting point over there, I went along the fence, and I just popped out down here. But if you come down over here, follow this little road trail down, if the gate isn't up, that should take you on a path to other parts getting on the other side of the falls. I haven't done it yet. I'm not going to do it today, but check that out for me and let me know what you find. There's a reason there's a rope here. You may need it to get back up. So that's the hill we just climbed down. It's pretty darn steep. Now what we noticed as we're looking at these cliff hillsides here, the sedimentary layers on these, you know, that are laid layer and layer, are totally vertical. So all of this cliff faces and everything out here somehow geographically has shifted a whole 90 degrees almost. So this is the Lake Superior shoreline. And Superior Falls is that away. We can see along the shore here, there's some pretty big storms last winter, that all of this rock has been pushed up, and all the debris fields are way up there, you know, as opposed to where they started somewhere down here. This is all from being pushed in winter storms. Once we get over the debris field, there's this beautiful inland water that leads you up to the falls that you can paddle in from the far end. So after you come down the path, you got to go around the powerhouse to get to the falls. So when the water's higher in here, this area here would be underwater, and there is a little path that runs along the shoreline. But right now, we'll walk out in the middle of the river because water's low. So I had to go around this little peak right here. When I was here in the fall, the water level was higher and you really couldn't get around it. And that brings you around the corner to this big carve out here. And the original observation point is up top there. And you can come around and see the falls. You can also dramatically see the sedimentary layers vertically, not horizontally. This has all been bent completely up in this area and then torn away. So that's Saxon Falls and Superior Falls, both part of XL Energy's program up here to deliver some power to the area. They're close together, easy to visit both of them at the same time. They are on the same river. Apparently you can paddle between the two dams when the water's flowing strong enough, so you can actually paddle through Saxon Falls, apparently, if you're gutsy enough. Not me, not doing it. But it's kind of worth the trip. We're right on Lake Superior. I think it's Wisconsin, Michigan. I might be a little wrong. We may be totally in Michigan right now. We're right near the line. So we're about as far up as you can go on that junction point between Wisconsin and Michigan. So come on up here, and I ask again, where is everybody? There's nobody here. I'm all alone. My wife went back to the van to be with the dogs. So if this is interesting, please like the video. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe to my channel, and get on out there, and I'll see you on the next journey. So it's a little something my wife noticed. If you're standing next to the power plant, upstream side, I'm going to go out to the point out here. I'm going to show you something. Do you see the face in the hillside there? We got a mouth, a couple eyes above it, and a pointy hat. And last time we were here in the fall, my wife noticed out here where the water comes down through the tubes, through the turbines, apparently some fish go through there. The fish get a little confused. The otters have discovered that. She saw otters swimming around fishing the easy pickings out here, very confused fish. They knew where to find them. So keep your eye out down here for otters when you're exploring this area.